redevelopment plan for a site in Plymouth that used to be the Plymouth Shopping Center. It's just south of Highway 55. The old shopping center was torn down 8 years ago. Today, there's a Starbucks in the Waters Senior Living Complex there. But now there's a new proposal that would add a 4-story, 61-unit affordable apartment complex between those two properties. And that has residents concerned about the environmental impact. Lauren Lindoff lives nearby and says the proposed apartment complex is too big for the acreage. She's gathering signatures to present to the City Council to make changes to the plan, much like she did when the Waters was built.
We asked for an environmental assessment on that as well, and they met all of our demands and they kept it 50 feet away from the wetland. And that's what we're asking here, is that they keep it 50 feet away from the wetland to give more of a buffer.
The Plymouth Planning Commission did recommend approval, and this matter is expected to go before the City Council on March 24th. Last month, a small plane crashed in the Crowhassan Park Reserve near Rogers, killing the pilot. The crash happened in a wooded area, making the recovery effort difficult for emergency personnel. But as Delane Cleveland reports, an organization of snowmobile enthusiasts played an important role in the hours after the crash.
We always ride safe and ride right.
At Crowhassan Park Reserve near Rogers, there are 6 miles of trails dedicated to snowmobiles.
I'm very familiar with every foot of that trail.
Randy Bodler helps take care of those trails.
I drive the groomer through here quite frequently, and we groom it probably twice a week.
The groomer he's referring to is this massive machine that's stored in a shed near the Elm Creek Dog Park. It's owned by the Northwest Trails Association, of which Randy serves as president.
It's called a Tucker Snowcat. And what it does is it pans the snow out, and then after it freezes, it becomes a nice hard surface for snowmobiles.
The association uses the machine to groom 120 miles of snowmobile trails throughout northwest Hennepin County.
We like to groom our trails at least twice a week. We'll get through the whole system.
But the weekend of February 22nd, the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office asked him to bring this $250,000 piece of equipment to Crowhassan Park for a bigger project.
Where we work closely with the Sheriff's Department, and they're well aware we had the equipment.
A single-engine plane went down that morning in a wooded area near the Crow River. Access to the crash site wasn't easy.
The crash site was about a mile and a half back in the woods in this corner, and police and fire had a difficult time on Saturday getting vehicles stuck on this road here. So basically we brought the groomer out.
For 14 hours, Randy used the groomer to clear paths that allowed law enforcement and investigators to extract parts from the wreckage site.
Our groomer was really the only thing that would work for that type of situation. And then he was able to drive out here.
For all of Randy's hard work,
so I got a letter here that I want to read.
Hennepin County Sheriff Dave Hutchinson awarded him with a certificate of recognition at the club's board meeting earlier this month. A small gesture for a big project in less than ideal conditions.
It just happened to be that I was in the right place at the right time to help somebody out.
At Crowhassan Park, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
Meanwhile, you may not realize the West Metro Fire Department offers something to prevent a different kind of tragedy from happening. They offer a free home safety survey to residents of New Hope and Crystal. The survey takes about an hour, and members of the fire department will walk through your home to identify safety hazards and provide residents with free smoke detectors or fire extinguishers if they're needed. Back in January, a New Hope family used that fire extinguisher to put out a fire that had started in their basement.
I think if they wouldn't have had the home safety survey, he wouldn't have had a fire extinguisher. He wouldn't have known how to use a fire extinguisher and when to use one.
To schedule a home safety survey, residents of New Hope and Crystal can call the West Metro Fire Department. Charities play a pivotal role in helping others during difficult times, but sometimes charities rely on other charities to get work done. Neil Persley explains.
National Charity League is a passion of Lily and myself.
The National Charity League brands itself as a multi-generational philanthropic organization of mother and daughter volunteers.
And Lily and I started in Lily's 7th grade year in Denver, Colorado.
Then the family moved to Minnesota when Dad got transferred. There was an NCL group in Eden Prairie, but Lori Ann was looking for something closer to Plymouth, Wayzata, and Maple Grove.
So came the creation of the Northwoods chapter.
Currently, they have 32 moms with 42 daughters in their chapter, and they're growing.
So this group is amazing because it's moms and daughters working together. It's like sharing the philanthropic spirit generation to generation, and we just love that.
I love volunteering. My mom's really taught me the importance of it.
On this night, members of the Northwoods chapter of NCL are helping out at Interfaith Outreach Community Partners resale shop in Plymouth.
We were going through and we're making sure that every item is clean, no stains. There are no rips where rips are not supposed to be.
NCL chapters are active across their communities, and Interfaith Outreach is just one of the charities appreciative of their help.
We really are dependent on the volunteer hours. There's over 400 volunteers that work in this store alone. And Interfaith Outreach, as an organization that runs the store, actually has upwards of 2,000 volunteers.
For Lori Ann, watching her daughter Lily about to graduate high school, then leave the nest for college, the reward is simple.
You know, to be sitting here tonight and doing this together, it's a very special opportunity. And I think that's what I love best about NCL.
In Plymouth, Neil Persley, CCX News.
We'll have more information on our website, ccxmedia.org.
The Park Center girls basketball team looked to make it back to the state tournament for the first time since 2017 when they took on Centennial for the Section 5 4A championship. Nice inbounds play. Lauren Frost gets a pass right back and nails a corner three for an early Pirates lead, the start of a big game for Frost. Then she draws the defenders and hits Aaliyah Ragulin for a three from the left side as Park Center goes up 15-9. They attack the Centennial defense well. Adalia McKenzie catches and drives from the high post to score the layup. It's a 10-point lead for PC. McKenzie is so quick defensively, she jumps into the passing lane for the steal and takes it all the way for two of her game-high 28 points. The Pirates lead 38-24 at halftime. Second half, and watch the behind-the-back pass from Frost to McKenzie for the layup. Park Center leads 46-24. Frost with another big assist as she drives and sends it over to Olivia McGill for the hoop as the Pirates continue to roll. They throw over the top of the defense for two more for McKenzie here. Park Center shines in the section finals. They roll past Centennial 68-52. For the fourth time in 5 seasons, Wayzata and Hopkins met for the championship in Section 6 4A. Timberwolves players Carl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, and James Johnson among those in attendance for the sold-out game. It's a great start for Wayzata. Annika Stewart hits a three-pointer and is fouled. The senior has a huge game for the Trojans. Then it's Mara Braun with a steal, and she takes it back the other way for two. She scores 26 on the night, and Wayzata leads it by 9. But Paige Beckers leads a comeback for Hopkins. She drives to the basket, scores, and draws the foul as well. 18 first-half points for Beckers. Later, she attacks, gets to the rim, and draws another foul. She scores 33 in the game. Hopkins is up by 7 at halftime, 41-34. Second half, and Bryn Senden lobs the pass into Stewart, who scores 2 more of her 27 points as the Trojans keep it close throughout. But they never quite catch up. Nunu Agara off the inbound pass, drives and scores to put Hopkins up by 7. And in the end, Hopkins takes home its 6th straight Section 6 championship trophy. The Royals survive a tough test from Wayzata. 86-76 is the final. The Maple Grove boys hockey team was in the state tournament for the 3rd time. They played the opening game of the Class AA tournament when they faced off with Blake. It's 3-2 Blake in the third. Tyler Oakland gets a backhander on net, and Sam Jacobs knocks the rebound in. Maple Grove ties it 3-3. Watch this one, though. The Bears go back in front on a 2-on-0 shorthanded rush. Joe Miller scores to make it 4-3. After trailing 5-3, Maple Grove gets 2 in a row. Josh Giuliani fires the wrist shot in for his second of the game, and it's 5-5. But Blake gets a late power play, and defenseman Will Svendal scores the go-ahead goal. Blake adds an empty netter. They win a wild one, 7-5. Unfortunately, injuries are a part of high school sports, and one of Maple Grove's best players had watched the state tournament. Number 9, Kyle Kukkonen, seen here earlier this season, suffered a broken leg in December. Kukkonen was off to a great start for the Crimson, but has had to be a spectator and supportive teammate down the stretch. It's been difficult, but he's excited for his teammates as well.
So it kind of helps me as a person and a teammate kind of be there and be supportive and kind of bring energy to the bench where like won't always be that way when I'm playing. So it kind of gives you a different perspective. It's a learning experience for sure, but they still let me hang around the bench. I come every practice. So just kind of being at the rink, and although I'm not playing, it's enough to kind of be around here. It's a special group of guys and I enjoy it.
Great run for the Crimson, and that is all for sports.